It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yeah, man, we take it from fashion to nature, and just look at this beautiful, beautiful morning. Perfect way to start this Friday. Well, next up, we are heading to the Kruger National Park, and we're spending time with their K9 unit. Now, these group of dogs, they are working tirelessly to really protect our wildlife, and they are doing an amazing job. Check it out. The Kruger National Park is cared for and protected by a dedicated team. Among them are highly specialised four-legged rangers in the park's K9 unit, and each breed has a specific job.
The breeds we use in the dog unit are Belgian Malinois, Belgian Shepherds, Spaniels, and Bloodhounds and Foxhounds. And the dogs are used for sniffing and tracking. The Belgian Malinois are good for the bite work and stuff. They learn that fast, and they're good tracking dogs. They seem to be more tolerant towards the heat that we have here than German Shepherds. The Bloodhounds, we used to use what we call cold scent, tracking human scent, up to 6 to 8 hours old.
These dogs are specifically bred for these types of jobs and cost a whopping 60,000 Rand each. But there's a reason for the high price tag.
We get the dogs already trained from suppliers. Then from there we keep them up exercised and keep them trained. There's the bite work that we do. There's tracking that's very important for us. And the gate dogs, we use them, we keep them up to date on searches for weapons and ammunition. We have Gladys, that's a spaniel. She is a gate detection dog, and we use her to detect firearms and ammunition. Then my dog that we have here is a purebred bloodhound. His name is Hunter. He's about 2 years old. We're starting now with tracking with him, teaching him how to track, and he's doing good so far, yeah.
This year already, 14 poachers have been tracked down and arrested, and 7 firearms recovered thanks to the dogs.
The dogs help to track an assailant or a poacher much faster than what a human can track, because they go on scent. They don't need to look for a spoor. The dogs helps us to follow tracks of the poachers up to where we can get them and arrest them.
The low veld climate is extreme, with icy cold nights but blistering hot days, and the park exposes the dogs to many health risks.
Because the dogs are working in such an extreme environment, obviously the problems they come up with are things like ticks and that kind of thing. Obviously the wild animals to be concerned about, especially snakes and scorpions, can be an issue. And then also because they work really hard in a very hot environment, overworking or overheating can be a big issue for them. The dogs have a preventative program of checkups, so they're regularly checked up and they are treated for fleas and ticks. We also then obviously need to vaccinate them for things like rabies.
Because these are working dogs, their nutritional needs are quite specific, as their diet can affect their performance.
Good nutrition is really important for these dogs. They get fed twice a day, but then while they're really working, they also get little bits of food. Because they work hard, they have to have a really highly concentrated diet with high fat content and high protein content. Interestingly, because they're sniffer dogs, to keep their sense of smell right, you need the correct ratios of fatty acids in there as well. The Hills Performance was designed for the sled dogs that went to the North Pole. So from there, we worked out what kind of energy and protein they needed. So that's the idea behind the food, is that it's very concentrated. They can eat small amounts of it, and then it gives them enough energy and protein to survive in this kind of environment.
On the front line of conservation, these amazing dogs work hard to ensure the protection of our wildlife and the safety of their habitats.